Welcome back. Today, or now, we're going to do some NBA. We got some season simulation going. And it all says that at first, for whatever reason.
Pink Diamond Allen Iverson is out now in My Team. Pick up the latest 20th anniversary pack featuring NBA 2K's first cover athlete. And get ready for the My Team Unlimited qualification game day this Saturday.
I'm Trey Young, and you're watching 2K.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. We'll watch the Charlotte Hornets in this one as they go up against the Chicago Bulls. Last game for the Bulls, they ended up with a loss to the Mavericks at American Airlines Center. Disappointing overtime loss, trying to keep fresh physically and mentally for this one. And how about Dwayne Wade? Come on. Shaq, we're talking about an all-time great at the shooting guard position. Do you think he's gotten all the credit he deserves?
You know, even after all the rings, I think people still sleep on D. Wade.
I got you.
At his peak, as dominant as any two-guard we've seen, aside from the great Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I would agree. He's a top 5 two-guard of all time. Injuries have slowed him down. But despite that, he's had a – wake up, Shaq! He's had an incredible career. And you nicknamed him Flash, didn't you?
I did.
No doubt. And you went to sleep.
That's when you weren't enduring sleep apnea, apparently. Hey, sleep apnea.
Wake up.
Yeah, we're on the air.
Oh, sorry.
Toss
Back
it
to
Kevin.
you, Kevin.
We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live with David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. This is Kevin Harlan. Looking at Chicago, they want to turn it around after that loss to the Dallas Mavericks.
And the effort down the stretch, those final few minutes of regulation, you know, that's what they needed, but they were burnt out in the overtime.
Fatigue comes into play when games go into overtime, and you saw they just had no gas left in the tank in that loss.
Steve, obviously every team wants to start a season strong. How do coaches and players create a sense of urgency early in the season?
I think it happens in preseason. It happens in the training camp where you're looking and saying, we have to get off to a good start. And a lot of times coaches are looking at their schedules. The back half of the schedules can be very tough. A lot of road games or a lot of playoff teams. That's why at the beginning you want to get off to a great start. And you got to send that message to your team and let them know the reason why. And I think a lot of times that's when players respond.
Well said. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Charlotte, Marvin Williams is out there with Batum. Then there's Hernan Gomez. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Lamb in at the shooting guard. Here's Lopez. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Lopez kicks to Markkanen. Markkanen sets the pick for Parker. Back to Markkanen. 4 on the shot clock. There's the triple. The Hornets pull it in, and going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Now here's Walker. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Now here's Lopez. Lopez, a screen on Batum. Parker drives in. Here's Lopez, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Lopez has got his first 2 points.
What a luxury it is as a passer to have a pick-and-roll target as big as Robin Lopez. Makes life easy.
Here's Walker. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
And here is Dunn. Kemba Walker hitting his 3 to go. Markkanen kicks to Lopez. To the paint, here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
Great look there from Robin Lopez. Rare to see a big man with that kind of playmaking ability.
Outside, Walker. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Dunn. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Dunn's running. Oh!
Goodness. Terrific. An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos.
Zach LaVine won back-to-back dunk contests in 2015 and 2016. The second one against Eric Gordon, an all-time classic. You look at that lead pass there, he just has such a great feel for the game.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. After the basket by Charlotte, Markkanen dishes to Dunn. Back to Markkanen. There's Parker with the 3. Rebounded by Lamb.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I got to talk to James Borrego a few minutes ago. He told me they have to lean on their post game tonight. He wants them to get the ball into the block each time down the floor and pound those guys inside. Sounds like this could be a real physical battle, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Back to Walker. Williams sets a screen for Walker. Fires the 3. Shot clock reset for Charlotte. And Dunn over to help. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. The offensive rebound, Hernan Gomez. And at last, they get one to fall.
I'll tell you, there's no quitting him when it comes to the offensive glass.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Lots of drama last season for the Chicago Bulls. It started with the Jimmy Butler trade, but then you had the Portis-Mirotic scuffle. That wasn't good.
Chicago making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Lopez. Bobby Portis comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Denzel Valentine in for Chris Dunn. Now here's Levine. 1:43 left in the first quarter. Down low, Parker with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Wade. Second chance shot. Not going to go that time. Good D by Parker. Pass to Carter. Portis in the post. Kaminsky's there. Portis kicks to Valentine. Shot clock at 5. Off the pick. And then Carter with the dunk.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Parker outside. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Back to Parker. Kaminsky sets the pick for Parker. Off the pick. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
No longer a rocket coming off screens. Parker still quick enough to create separation.
To the right side. Back to Levine. Parker passes to Carter. Parker with no one around. That one misses. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. Parker against Levine. From down in the low post, it goes. Kaminsky's got his first basket. Bulls trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Parker outside. Shot from 12. And it goes at the buzzer!
Digging deep to hit that shot. That shows some serious guts right there.
Oh, man.
Ending this one with a bang.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Hornets lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Dwayne Wade talked about the potential of this team as well as the challenges they face this season.
If we understand our potential, can develop to be a great team in this season. But that's the hardest part, is understanding your potential when you have guys who's never been through it, you know, as a collective group. So that's the biggest challenge, is to understand, okay, we're good, guys. We can win some games, but can we get to the next level of being great?
That's the veteran mindset a player like Wade brings to the group.
Exactly. I mean, he's fully aware of the importance of experience, a true leader for his team.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
Cleaning the glass, I mean, right from the jump, and that really helped them to set the tone.
What you have to do is establish a physical presence early. An aggressiveness their opponent has failed to match.
On the floor for Charlotte, Kaminsky and Zeller are the bigs. Parker out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the small forward. And the first one drops. There's a real art, isn't there, Steve, to drawing charges? Who are some of the best at doing that you see now on a game-to-game basis?
You know, DeMarcus Cousins stands out because he's a center. You're used to seeing centers block shots.
Right.
But he can get in position and take charges. Draymond Green loves to take charges. Kemba Walker does it from the point guard position. Marcus Smart, Patrick Beverly. Those are some of the names, and the list goes on and on.
And those guys are tough guys, too. They have a toughness, grit factor about them.
Yeah, you got to have that, Kevin, if you're going to bounce your head off the floor.
Down low. Here's Zeller. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He can be masterful in there, especially when there's no rim protection. On
the wing, Levine. Carter on the wing. He's covered by Zeller. Here's Levine. Oh!
Up in the rafters. Zach LaVine climbs the ladder as quickly as anyone.
Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to the Raptors. Picked by Zeller. Wade against Holiday. Wade kicks to Kid Gilchrist. 6 on the shot clock. Over Valentine. Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
No one on him. He committed to fading away. Probably could have taken more time with that shot.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. That's a foul on Charlotte.
I mean, thinking back to where LaVine was drafted, 13th overall, raised some eyebrows, but it was all about upside.
And he makes the first.
Zach LaVine, he has the mentality of a go-to scorer. He's got the confidence to take and make tough contested shots.
Chicago making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Charlotte. Kemba Walker comes in for Tony Parker. That one drops. He ties it up. And Steve, Zach LaVine, no lack of confidence. Great range on his shot. What's the next step, you think, in the maturation of his game?
Without question, it's at the defensive end. A slender built, but has the tools to be a quality defender. It's about focus and the desire to be a two-way player.
They get it back. Count it. Good. Zeller's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, easy put back. No one got a body on him.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kemba Walker helped lead UConn to a national title, but it took some time to hit his stride at the NBA level. He finally became an all-star, but his team is rebuilding in Charlotte. Mitch Kupchak is the new general manager, and James Borrego is the new head coach. Guys?
A terrific player, DA, for sure. Thanks.
Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about the NBA's best ball handlers.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And without a doubt, Kemba Walker, one of the league's most entertaining players.
And enlisted at 6'1", and that might be a stretch, but he uses it to his advantage, staying low and almost dancing when he's out there attacking defenders.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Chicago. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Zach LaVine, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
Lopez kicks to Holiday. Looking for Markkanen. He gets it there. The Hornets pull it in.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Batum with the 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bulls trail by 4. Dunn outside. Pass to Lopez. Walker against Dunn. Carter outside. The 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists tonight.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Inside. That shot, no good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
We talk about Markkanen's handle. How about finishing strong above the rim?
Walker against Dunn. And Walker kicks to Batum. Cranes the 3-pointer. Batum's got 5.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now, here's Dunn. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas. And it's Carter missing.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Zeller dishes to Walker. And Dunn over to help. Hernan Gomez passes to Batum. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Now it's a 4-point Hornets lead. The Bulls have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Carter kicks to Lopez. It's stolen by Lamb. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. Pull-up jumper. And Walker gets it to go on the assist from Lamb. Lamb's got 4 assists now tonight. The Bulls shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Over to the left wing. Dunn passes to Lopez. Dunn against Walker. Outside Holiday. 6 to shoot. Looking to end the run. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Holiday's got his first 2 points of the night. And Lamb kicks to Walker. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
Out left to the wing. Dunn passes to Lopez. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Jabari Parker's checked in for Carter. Marvin Williams is checked in for Charlotte. There's 37 seconds left now here in the second. Lopez sets a screen for Holiday. Back to Dunn. 5 to shoot. Lopez a screen on Walker. Here's Dunn. That one wide left.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Dunn against Walker. Fires the 3. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Tony. You guys really came out focused on the road. What was the mindset coming in?
We just try to be aggressive and try to have a good start. We know that the crowd is big here, so we just want to make sure we have a good start, and that's what we did. But only halftime. It's going to be a long game.
That's right. You got to finish the job. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. We saw Kemba Walker lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 17 points and 1 assist. Shaq, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
Bulls trail by 7. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Markkanen is the 4, with Lopez in the middle. And it's Parker in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Levine. Clock at 6. Picked by Markkanen. That's a 2 from Parker. Offensive rebound. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Nick Batum, a versatile swingman out of France, a solid shooter and able to create for himself and his teammates.
And for Batum, a steady vet, but a huge contract.
Yeah, and that infamous summer of 2016 with the cap spike. I mean, he's a capable starter, but 5 years, $120 million, boy, that's a pretty penny.
Oh, yeah, man. This game is superbly done.
And that one falls for Batum. You know, Steve, in the NBA, you know exactly how much your peers are making. Do contract numbers ever bring out animosity
they do a great job, man.
between players?
Yes,
they
do, Kevin. I mean,
really?
When you look at some guys, you see those guys starting to say, I'm putting up better stats than him, but he's making more money. And then it becomes the elephant in the room when the guys start to talk about it. They start not passing to each other. Yes, guys do know exactly what other players make, and sometimes it can become some animosity between the two.
Oh, that's something. Now, here's Markkanen. Lopez kicks to Dunn. Lopez a screen. Parker against Batum. Parker's shot is off.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held him back.
Batum passes to Hernan Gomez. Down low, here's Lamb, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Guys, Jeremy Lamb, 2 years at UConn, drafted by the Thunder, but he's come into his own with the Hornets.
Yeah, and what some exec call the second draft, finding young players who, for whatever reason, haven't been able to make an impact with their first team. Sometimes that change of scenery and ability to mature can do wonders for a player.
Chicago making a switch here. Portis is checked in. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. Wayne Wade's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And Tony Parker subbed in for Walker. He gets it in there. Portis has got his first bucket of the night.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Williams a screen.
They've been consistently staying.
Parker against Kidd-Gilchrist. Kaminsky sets the pick for Wade. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Back to Williams. That shot off the mark. Bulls trail by 9. Parker inside. He's covered by Kidd-Gilchrist. Good work there as it goes. And 12 points for Zach LaVine.
He has length and he has athleticism. Both of those help him operate inside and beat good defenses.
Wade outside, screened by Parker. The pass to Kid Gilchrist. Count the basket. Kid Gilchrist has got his first points of the game. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Parker kicks to Dunn. Passes it to Levine. To the middle. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Dunn.
Challenging the heart of the defense, Dunn will break you down if you don't stay connected to him.
Parker against Dunn. Pass to Kaminsky. Williams a screen. Wade off a pick. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And the Hornets lead by 9.
And Dwayne Wade will do work on you from the mid-range if you let him.
Parker passes to Portis. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Parker's shot is off.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Kid Gilchrist, and that one is off. Excellent D there from Parker. Outside, Levine. Markkanen sets the pick for Levine. Out to Parker. Portis the screen. Off the screen. Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Parker.
Excellent use of the screen there to free himself up and create space to make the open J.
Now here's Wade. And he finishes nicely on the way. Wade's got 4 this quarter.
You know, he's never been one to settle. D. Wade will go right at you.
Chicago calls timeout. Steve, obviously schemes evolve on both sides of the ball. Talk about some of the biggest changes that you have seen defensively since you were playing.
I think the one, Kevin, that sticks out right now, so many teams now are comfortable and are able to switch 1 through 5. You kind of switch 1 and 2s and 4 and 5s. Now you see point guards are switching on centers. And then I think also defensively right now, you see a lot of teams right now influencing guys to drive the basketball to their opposite hands. Back when we played, we kind of just played a guy straight up and then let the defense rotate, and you were in full rotation.
Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Valentine comes in for Dunn. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Marvin Williams. To the inside. Here's Carter. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
Bulls trail by 11. Valentine kicks to Carter. Screened by Parker. Carter, the pass to Levine. The dish to Valentine. There's a good screen. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Excellent D from Wade.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Kid Gilchrist dishes to Wade. Parker with it. Now defended by Levine. Pass to Kid Gilchrist. Picked by Zeller. Shoots a fader. Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
Kid Gilchrist against Parker. Portis a screen on Kid Gilchrist. Shot from free throw range. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And there's the pass to Hernan Gomez. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Hernan Gomez has got his second bucket.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the floor for Charlotte, Batum is out there with Cody Zeller. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Hernan Gomez. And it's Walker in at point.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Bulls trail by 15. And Holiday kicks to Parker. Carter sets the pick for Parker. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his second personal foul. Jabari Parker at the line for the Bulls. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. Charlotte leading by 14. Walker the pass to Hernan Gomez. Walker in the post, guarded by Holiday. Shots good by Walker.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
To the wing on the left. Lopez left side. Now here's Valentine. Defense right on him. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Shoots it up. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Hornets, Jeremy Lamb. At the line for 2.
Two.
The free throw drops for Lamb. Dunn, he's checked in for the Bulls. And he makes both free throws. Here's Dunn. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Marvin Williams has checked in for Zeller. It's stolen by Lamb. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. From deep, Walker. Valentine grabs the board. Bulls trail by 18. To the paint. And the dunk by Parker.
And Dunn is fantastic at moving the ball around, finding teammates with ease.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Here's Lamb. Charlotte no good that time either. Well, the Bulls shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Lopez sets a screen for Parker. And it's done in the corner. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Carter with a screen on Batum. 3 on the clock. Here's Parker. Batum grabs the miss.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
Williams a screen on Parker. And Batum kicks to Lamb. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Hornets, Jeremy Lamb. 2 shots.
Two.
First one falls for. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. Now here's Lopez. Picked by Markkanen. Outside Levine. Off the pick. No good that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Outside Batum. Over in the corner, Lamb. Here's the screen. Stolen by Levine. He kicks it to Dunn. Stolen by Walker. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Chris Dunn picks one up.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Charlotte, Kemba Walker. Taking 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The first one falls.
Pretty quiet in that arena now.
And so Walker nails both of them. Well, we're always talking now about the modern super teams, whether they're a good thing or they're bad for the game. But the counter is that we've always had super teams at one time or another. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think we've always had super teams, Kevin. You look back at the Lakers with Magic and Kareem and Worthy. Those is kind of like a big three. And you look at the Celtics back in the day with McHale, Bird, Parrish, those guys. I think right now what you're looking at is we haven't seen where MVPs go join other MVPs. That's where it's been the change right now. Now you're seeing the super teams. That's why I think it's changed.
That free throw good from Markkanen.
You look at Lauri Markkanen. He's a 7-foot fluid basketball player. Most European players not known for their athleticism, but his mobility is pretty good for a player his size.
Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
You know, this is the right move. Maybe a break in the action will cool him down.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
This was a big game for him. There's no denying that. Coming off a bunch of losses in a row, they turned to him to break the streak, and he delivered in a big way.
On a huge losing streak here. Chicago.
Goes up off the inbound, and there's Dunn on the assist from Lopez.
3 or 4.
You know, this is where Dunn's best shooting the jumper.
Hornets leading by 17. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Good on the bucket.
And we see it all the time, guys. You get the big lead, maybe check out mentally, but not tonight.
They have this game in hand, but they're still pouring it on.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game.
Dwayne Wade. That's his first personal foul.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Markkanen kicks to Dunn. Lopez, a screen on Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Markkanen. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. That's a 2 from Parker. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Charlotte.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Walker.
You know, as the game tonight evolved, he really put the team on his back. He was aggressive, effective, and the defense, they weren't able to adjust.
Now here's Walker. No good on that one.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Done attacking. Lopez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Kemba Walker picks one up.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
All the fouls in the world isn't going to save this game.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Lopez. And so it's Charlotte with it. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Wade. And the layup falls.
Wade.
And the Hornets lead by 17.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Dwayne, you really got on the glass tonight. How did that happen?
Yeah, Coach told me to rebound. I've been trying to rebound lately, so just trying to get down there and help our big guys out.
Man. It sure
so you helped them in a big way, Dwayne. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
I know your girl want my signature. I know she wanted, I'm all call. I'm always open like Walmart. Remember when they used to sleep on me? Now they not missing alarm clocks. I got them all scared to guard me. Look how they holding their arm far. I gotta show them the range. They thought I was driving a foreign car. Do they got
yeah, look at that, man. 1 win, 3 losses.
I'm always breaking their ankles. That's why I'm usually an all-star. You never catching me off guard. Why you think I made this sauce song? I'm already cooking them. Soon as I look at them,
going against the Hornets again.
You better take them and lace them. I like to shake them and break them. Straight to the hole, I'ma take them. Already know I'ma make it because I'm an ankle bully.
This time at Charlotte as well.
Run from the ankle bully. Cause I'm at your ankle break.
Oh shit, here you go, man. You're just talking about it. Okay.
To be able to have my first mocap session was great. Having a lot of friends who've been through this and seeing them go through all of this is something that I always dreamed of having the opportunity to do. So to be able to do it today was a great experience, and it was very fun. seeing myself scan, seeing the moves, and seeing a digital person, doing the moves I'm doing, it's pretty cool, and it's just based off of like what I have on, so it's pretty cool to see how it all works. I hope they put in the move that I did in high school all the time. Just a hard dribble to the right and then taking steps to the left, wrapping the ball around my back, and then shooting it. I felt like coming out of college, I already had a big platform. I felt like a lot of people knew me. I knew a lot of people were looking up to me, but just now knowing that I'm an NBA player, it's even more attention and more people that look up to you. So your platform is just that much bigger. And it's something that goes to another level when you're known as an NBA player. I think the biggest adjustment coming into the season is just going to be the speed of the game. Every level I've gone to, the next level is always faster. The guys are, obviously a lot better, a lot stronger. Being a point guard, that's the hardest position in the NBA. So just to be able to know how to run a team and be a leader.
Oh, shit.
I don't really set personal goals because I just focus on my team goals, and if those happen, personal achievements will all fall in line. We're in a situation where we're a rebuilding team, and so just to show growth and promise for the future. My favorite advice that I received is just to enjoy every part of it, and just like to always have fun.
I am the 2K MC, and this is the Neighborhood Scout. What's the highest overall you've seen? Well, we've got a few players getting close to 98, and when they do, we'll have them on the show. But this week, we're ready for the NBA season to start with new NBA gear, throwbacks, and Cowboys versus Magicians. It is October after all. Last week, we got competitive shooting while standing still. Congratulations.
It's the 2K Sports pregame
awesome.
show.
I love watching that shit.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh, you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Hornets in Charlotte. Checking out the Hornets, this is not how they envision the start of the season. It's still very early, but they have to be worried about how they're matching up against other clubs. The inconsistent effort level. They could really use a win tonight for their confidence. And tonight, a chance to see the continued development of Lauri Markkanen, the 7-foot sharpshooter out of Finland. Kenny, your thoughts?
Not too many Finnish basketball players, but he's comes from a basketball.
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Well, it was the Charlotte Hornets winning their last game against the Bulls in Chicago, and they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
They executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
Whether life or sports, that's all you can do. Stay committed to your brand of basketball and let the chips fall where they may.
Oh yeah, go Bulls. We need to win. We need to win pretty bad.
You know, Chris, I don't know if we can call it unexpected, but a couple highly regarded rookies have struggled so far to begin the year right out of the gate.
You have to learn your way in here. Just because you were great on one level does not guarantee you success at this level. And that's why you have to come in with a great work ethic and an open ear and a heart that's really trying to understand the concepts of the game. It's a huge adjustment going from college to the pros. You think about it, you're playing against guys that are stronger, guys that have more of a mental advantage because they've been through the situation that you're going through the first time over and over and over. The game is much faster, players are much better, and the thing I think is usually the biggest kind of separator of levels is that your athletic ability no longer means anything. Very rarely do you come from college being the best athlete and now the best athlete in the NBA. So many different levels, and you just hope that guys don't get caught in the struggle, but understand that the struggle for any player is part of the game, part of the transition from college to the pros.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Parker and Markkanen, your small and power forwards. Dunn and Levine are the guard set, and it's Lopez in at the 5. So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Here's Walker. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Don't you love the passion Walker plays with? An incredible athlete who somehow muscles in tough shots.
Dunn kicks to Lopez. Picked by Markkanen. Lopez passes to Markkanen. On the wing, Levine. And no good. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Well, extremely accurate throughout the evening, I thought. The play calling really fit the lineups they were rolling out.
Now we go to David Aldridge, who spoke with James Borrego. David.
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys, and we're going to use it.
I don't know about
Kevin?
this.
Thanks, David.
I have a feeling.
For Chicago, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. A terrific all-around player. Walker's improvement from range, Chris, has taken his game to another level.
Oh, yeah, he was much better inside the arc when he entered the league. But over his first 4 seasons, he shot around 31% from 3. Then something clicked. Now, he's a factor.
Batum attacking. Williams for 3. Hands it from downtown.
But it's all about a rhythm for a player like Williams. He's effective at shooting right off the pass.
Bulls trail by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Markkanen a screen on Batum. Here's Parker. Pass to Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. Lopez outside. Here's Dunn. And nothing is falling for him right now. Hornets leading by 6. And Walker kicks to Williams. Hernangomez with the ball. Lopez is there. The pass to Lamb. Off target with his 3. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Levine wide open, and it's good on the assist by Parker.
And Levine is going to make you pay from there. You got to guard him closer than that.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Well, despite finishing with only 27 wins last season, the Bulls put up more shots than any other team in the NBA.
Yeah, they were first in field goal attempts, but only 23rd in makes. That's why they were last in field goal percentage. But this is what you get with so many young shooters.
Whoa, disappearing blend.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Lopez. Bobby Portis comes in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Parker. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Chris Dunn. Now here's Parker. Feeds to Kaminsky. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
It's hard to shake Kaminsky. I mean, even when you rough him up, he sticks with the task at hand.
Frank Kaminsky, a finesse 7-footer out of Wisconsin. A high skill level, but athletically at a disadvantage most nights.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Kaminsky taken with the 9th pick of the 2015 draft. The Hornets were offered a king's ransom from Boston for the pick.
Yeah, I mean, the Celtics were after Justice Winslow. Offered 6 draft picks, including 4 first-rounders to move up. The Hornets weren't having it. And in hindsight, the Celtics are probably glad.
Now here's Levine. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
Another area Levine is working on improving, getting better at recognizing when to shoot off the screen.
Zeller, and the dunk by Zeller.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Wendell Carter unable to get his last shot to go. Kaminsky sets the pick for Kid Gilchrist. Fires, high post. Offensive rebound, and finished off by Kaminsky.
He's so intelligent around the rim. Kaminsky found a way to own that possession.
Levine against Parker. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play. Maybe the charge call, but guys never think they're moving.
Now here's Wade. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Valentine with it. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. And again, Chicago. No good. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Kid Gilchrist has got his first points of the game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Carter with a screen on Parker. Levine kicks to Holiday. To stop the run. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. 13 points up at the end of the period. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And the Hornets have been rolling right along, haven't they?
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Well, that's what helped fuel this lead. They caught the defense a little bit off guard.
Hornets leading by 13. In games that came down to one possession last season, Chris, the Hornets won 1 but lost 5.
Which is better than going winless in those games as they did the season before. But look, you have to have closers on your team, not just clutch players, but guys who can get their own shot against anyone.
Kaminsky and Zeller are the bigs. D-Wade out there with Parker, and it's Kid Gilchrist in at the 3 slot. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Kaminsky. Chris, there are a lot of players offensively in this league who do certain things, just the nuances that create contact, and draw fouls and get themselves to the line, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. When I think of fouls, I think of James Harden. If I was a big man in the league today, I would have nightmares about this guy because he gets to the free throw line almost and upwards of 10 times a game. His Euro step, his way to put his elbow up, he baits you to reach in, and then there's a presence of mind to be so quick that once you put your hand in the cookie jar, it's like your little brother telling on you, Ma, and you get in trouble. And that's what he does. He makes sure that the ref sees you getting that contact, you getting the foul. And how about DeMar DeRozan, what he does and being so strong, attacking the hole, and DeMarcus Cousins inside using his big body in the post. Those come to mind the quickest, using their skill set to draw fouls on other players, because there's an art to it.
Now here's Kaminsky. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Right side, Kid Gilchrist over Valentine. Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Valentine with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. 5 to shoot. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Hornets leading by 13. Parker outside. Pass to Kaminsky. Shoots over Portis. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And it's 9 points for Frank Kaminsky.
Soft touch on the mid-range jumper. Kaminsky taking what the defense gives him.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, and thinking back to Kaminsky's first affiliation with the NBA, I mean, when he was 5 years old, his aunt and uncle worked for the Bulls. Frank had access to the practice facility when Jordan and Rodman were on the team. That's not fair.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Cody Zeller. Batum comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Lamb, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Kemba Walker in for Tony Parker. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Lopez, he's checked in for Carter. Markkanen comes in for Bobby Portis. Jabari Parker's checked in for Justin Holiday. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Levine. Now here's Batum. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Kaminsky sets the pick for Batum. A three-pointer off the mark. Bulls trail by 13. Dunn outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
Batum, good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now, here's Dunn. Parker outside. Lopez a screen. Shot off the pick by Parker. Goes back up. And that one's good by Lopez. Lopez has got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, well, Lopez is terrific on the offensive glass. I love seeing him use his long arms to haul in the boards.
Batum, good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Well, and he's trying to become more disruptive defensively. Last year, the Hornets were only 28th in the league in creating turnovers. Now, that's not what former Coach Clifford had in mind.
Now, here's Dunn. Passes it to Markkanen. Fires the three. Hits it from three-point range.
And really, this is Markkanen's greatest weapon, a three-point sniper with impressive range.
And for the Hornets, yeah, they'd like to create more turnovers, but at least they didn't turn the ball over themselves.
Well, last year they had the 3rd fewest turnovers in the league, and they had the least amount of turnovers in each of the 4 seasons before that. But you know what that means? That means they weren't getting outrunning either.
Batum for 3. Charlotte gets it back.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
talk
that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him at all times.
Yeah, fellas, he's a monster. He's never seen an offensive rebound he didn't think he could get to.
Now here's Markkanen. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Dunn against Walker. Here's Valentine. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Valentine's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Dunn is fantastic at moving the ball around, finding teammates with ease.
Pass to Lamb. There's a minute 34 left in the second quarter. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. One thing that's added a little pressure to Lamb's development, Chris, his link to James Harden.
Well, yeah, maybe the most important trade piece received back from Harden. I mean, it's taken Lamb a while to develop. He's coming around, though, but Harden, of course, I mean, he was perennial MVP candidate.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Lamb.
And boy, when you think about what the Bulls were in the 90s, Jordan, Pippen, Grant, Rodman, I mean, a group that could suffocate you on both ends.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And Marvin Williams subbed in for Frank Kaminsky. Chicago also making some changes. Bobby Portis comes in for Robin Lopez. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Valentine. And Chris, talking about the Bulls dynasty, some people feel it was the greatest of all time.
That's a tough question. You got Russell Celtics, Duncan Spurs, the Lakers Showtime. Let's include the Warriors of today. I really don't argue about it because, they can't go head-to-head, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, you're right, too. I was just thinking that. You were winning. You're unstoppable.
Wayne Wade's checked in for Lamb. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Bulls.
And really, there's just such a lack of scoring for them from out at the top of the arc in terms of three-point range. And in today's game, you have to get scoring from the three-point range. And that area out above the free throw line extended is a real weak spot for them so far.
Holiday, the pass to Dunn. He's looking for Portis and finds him. And it's Parker in the corner. Portis the screen. Up off the screen. Batum grabs the miss.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now here's Walker. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Bulls in Chicago. It's hauled in by the Bulls. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first half. Parker outside. Portis a screen on Batum. Parker drives in, and the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Charlotte. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Batum. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Walker. Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Zach LaVine comes in for Chris Dunn. And so here is Chicago. They trail by 14. 5 on the clock. Here's Holiday. Rebound by Williams. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Yep, that one goes in there.
Wade is super efficient in the paint. He's clever at finding ways to score around the rim.
Levine against Parker. Here's Levine. And Parker with the block. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Dwayne. What happened offensively that got you guys going?
We just gave each other some space. The court was open a little bit. I think Coach did a great job of making some adjustments, and we was all being able to attack.
All right, Dwayne, good luck in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They're leading by 16. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is O-V-A. Over.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
The scene at night here in Uptown Charlotte, where we welcome you back to the action. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. And what a game we're seeing from Frank Kaminsky.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Hornets leading by 16. You know, when it comes to ongoing contract negotiations, C-Web, how distracting did you find it for those players and for yourself to deal with all that going on?
It can be very distracting if you allow it to take over. What I would suggest for players in those situations, whether you're a restricted free agent or a free agent, I would give you one piece of advice, and I think LeBron has epitomized this. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about what team or what pending teams or what city you like to go swimming in or you and your wife visit in the summer, because all that does is create confusion. And all it does is send a message to fans and other players that maybe you're thinking about something that you can't control at that time. And so usually I think you should go introspective. You should work as hard as you can to improve and to get better. But that is something that definitely can distract you. And so hopefully you have a great layer of people that can be barriers from kind of the outside noise. The contract is going to be what it's going to be. And the only way you can continue to prove your worth is by going out there, executing every day on the court.
Good stuff. So the Bulls 5 right now. Markkanen is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. Levine and Parker are the wings. And it's done in a point guard. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
Parker inside, defended by Batum. Dunn kicks to Lopez. Rebound by Williams.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And we need to get in there and pull down.
Williams, a screen on Parker. And there's the pass to Walker.
We're in there.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Batum. Over Parker. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by Walker. Batum's got 7.
Oh, whenever Batum has room to shoot, he doesn't hesitate. He has one of the quickest triggers in the league.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Dunn dishes to Lopez. And a missed layup.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they established a physical edge in this game, and it's led to a big edge on the scoreboard, too. Well, how about Lauri Markkanen out of Finland? I love his game. Look, he comes from a family of athletes. Both his parents played basketball at a high level. I know he got his game from his mom. She told me that. But his older brothers both made the pro ranks, one in soccer, the one in hoops. His family, skilled.
Now here's Walker. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Now here's Parker. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. He kicks it to Levine. Lopez a screen. And the Bulls with another miss. And Markkanen, from a young age, would spend all day shooting in the backyard. Chris sounds like you. His parents set a rule. No hoops before 7 a.m. or after 10 p.m.
Oh, man, when can you play then? I mean, hey, you want to play 24 hours. But, yeah, it was just like me. And he'd be out there practicing in sub-zero weather. Those Chicago winters shouldn't be a problem for him.
Now here's Levine. After Jeremy Lamb's miss. Picked by Markkanen. Levine with it. Williams picks him up. Looking to end the drought. Levine can't hit.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Williams sets a screen for Lamb. To the inside. Batum. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Batum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, and Batum just has astounding body control, which is what allows him to hit shots despite obvious physical contact.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
For forgiveness, I never said you had it. Pulling all these, look, do you really want attention? Diamonds on my wrist got her attention. When I put up in that drop top, I worth Bentley. I heard Jermaine got me in her mentions. I am a Martian, I am not from this dimension. All of this water dripping on my paddock like I rest. For your daughter, I won't test a bet, she in this pinch. Drop, Gucci sock, bought my Japan. No TikTok, Rolex watch, plain Jane keeping it simple. Rich, in the trap, ain't going for it. Chopper flip, on my way up to 8 figures, I don't need. No police, my neck gon' freeze, make my dog breathe.
Some changes for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Kaminsky comes in for Marvin Williams. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Lamb. Then for the Bulls, Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Carter comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Denzel Valentine in for Zach LaVine.
And for the Hornets, after last year's debacle, it's a whole new world. I mean, think about a new GM, new head coach, and a fresh outlook on things.
And good that time. And it's 7 points for Kemba Walker.
So crafty. The 6'1" Walker is skilled at getting the space he needs.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Now, here's Walker. 7 points in the game. From deep.
fucking toying with us now.
Chicago grabs the miss. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Well, their opponents ran some pretty good sets, too. I mean, let's be honest, creating some nice open looks.
Now Wade following the miss by Dunn from deep. They set the pick, and Walker kicks to Zeller. Pass to Batum. From deep three-point range, Valentine grabs the board. Bulls trail by 20. Nobody near Parker. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Parker's got 6 points.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Charlotte calls timeout. There is one interesting stat for the Chicago Bulls, C-Webb, and they're still the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals.
Wow, that's just an amazing distinction. I mean, a testament to the clutch play of Jordan when they did make the finals, and a reminder of how hard it is just to get there.
You ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him.
Some changes for Charlotte. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Kaminsky, and Parker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Justin Holiday's checked in for Chicago. Knocks it loose. Holiday against Wade. Zeller trying to free himself up. Wade gets the bucket. He has 6.
Wade takes pride in overpowering the defense, especially when he's in close to the bucket.
Back to Dunn. Rebound by Parker.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
Releases from 15. Not going to go that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Carter outside. Bulls moving the ball around. Portis the screen. Dunn kicks to Holiday. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Substitution on the court.
And our rebounding has been non-existent.
Portis a screen on Parker. Outside Holiday. That misses, would have counted had it gone in. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Williams is down low with Zeller. Tony Parker is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Kidd-Gilchrist in at the 3. Clock at 4. Here's Parker. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Parker's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Chicago. Parker kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. Passes it to Wade. Over Holiday. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Outside, Levine. Left side, Portis. Carter outside. Portis a screen on Parker. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
How about Zach LaVine? I mean, signing a big new contract this summer. Listen, that ACL injury he had, that's in the rear view. Obviously a lot riding on his health and return to form, but he's put in the work.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And Levine seems to be at full strength. His vertical leap testing even higher, if we can believe that, even higher, Chris, than it did in the pre-draft combine.
He's a hard worker. His scoring efficiency lacked a little bit last season, but he was trying to get his game right after injury. Look, we know his potential as far as scoring that ball.
And so Levine nails both of them.
Oh, that was just a focal point for the Hornets last season, create more space on the offensive end. The result, they shot the ball really well from 3, but their efficiency inside the arc dropped dramatically.
Lamb, nice shot from 10 feet out.
Awesome.
And the Hornets lead by 18.
Such a good in-between game. Lamb with the natural instincts for mid-range, plus the pure touch on the shot.
Thank you.
Down against Parker. Markkanen passes to Lopez. Drops it in from 11 feet. And looking at the Hornets offense, it's not like they shoot a lot of threes. They were just extremely accurate.
Well, Kevin, that's something they worked on in practice. I mean, taking good shots out on the perimeter. And for the younger guys, the shot just became more consistent. I mean, but ultimately, it couldn't save them in the win-loss column.
Here's Parker. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Lamb. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Charlotte. Kemba Walker comes in for Parker. Chicago calls timeout.
And last season, the Bulls were very perimeter-oriented on both ends of the floor. Offensively, top 10 in threes. Defensively, dead last in block shots.
Hornets dance team.
On defense, Charlotte, and Levine throws it down.
Now, that's the specialty of Levine's. I mean, if you're the defense, you got to know he's looking to dunk it home. Make a poster on you.
They set the pick, and Walker kicks to Lamb. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Dunn. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Levine. That one doesn't go. And Charlotte will go the other way with it.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Dunn. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Picked by Markkanen. Stolen by Walker. Fast break now for Charlotte. Lamb leading the charge. Kicks it to Batum. Now Hernan Gomez. And stolen by Dunn. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. They get it again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And the Dirk comparisons, they're understandable. Marketing is a big man who can shoot for days, but you know what? He'll flush it on you, too.
The Bulls traded away a superstar in Jimmy Butler, but in return, among other assets, the number 7 pick, which Chris turned out to be Markkanen.
Well, listen, Markkanen is one of my favorite players. He can become a star in his own right. He's a 7-footer that can stretch the floor, but he'll bang on you inside, fearless. You like this kid's game. It's almost like he's from Detroit or something.
Good, he just can't hold on and fucking rebounds and hit him, man.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
So he gets them both. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Lamb. Defense is right there. He dishes it to Walker. Just 5 to shoot. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Oh, thank you for the heads up.
Here's Williams to the inside. Hernan Gomez. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Hernan Gomez has got 4 points in the quarter.
And you like the sharp passing from Williams, a long, tall player who scans the floor.
A little bit better.
Levine kicks to Lopez. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter.
Give him that shot again, he'll probably hit it. That's a good look.
I have a tendency of keeping the game volume up too loud.
Walker the pass to Lamb. Clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Batum inside the 3-point line. No good. He's now missed more than he's made. 4 for 9.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Hornets.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Nicholas Batum.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
And here is Markkanen. Kemba Walker getting his 3 to go. There's the foul, and it's on Jeremy Lamb. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Williams. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. Wade, he's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And Parker's subbed in for Walker. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Parker. Justin Holiday's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Dunn. Now here's Payne. Dishes to Lopez. Over Wade. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist from Payne.
Well, look, Lopez doesn't hesitate once he gets the ball. I like seeing him be aggressive on offense.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Yeah, they really did too, though. Charlotte's just out of the computers giving Charlotte just that much better, you know. How about it? He doesn't. I don't know. We've got like a full season and trades and all that good shit going on here, so.
That's good from Wade.
And the veteran Wade, I mean, as this guy get old, he continues to get it done. One of the best shooting guards of all time.
And here's Payne. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
Oh shit, man. I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe one more. I want to see him fucking win.
No touch, we talking numerals. I got the Midas. Do this just like two. I'm out your grind. This is not an I thing. It's a we thing. It's a team thing.
Yeah, it's just it's CPU on CPU, man. So.
It's the green man. Get the green man. This is not an I thing. It's a we thing. It's a team thing. This is not an I.
We are at the Hawks this time.
If every in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged. No one will fall cause everyone will be each other's crutches. I heard the word, I had to see for myself. I was struggling on my own, I had to go get some help. And ain't nothing wrong with that. This is the red, I cannot
See, we should do a little better here.
What's up, you guys? I am here with DeAndre Ayton. What has been the most difficult part of the transition from college?
I would say the guys are much stronger, especially rebounding. Those guys are not moving. They're not moving up their position. They're grown men. When you have three guys trying to box you, they're not moving. And I just have to really get back in the weight room and, you know, lift some weight. Seeing the athleticism in the league, and it makes me want to work harder and harder.
Have you gotten your face scanned yet?
Yes, I did. It was amazing.
And you know what that means, right?
Yes. I'm really excited. I can't wait because I play 2K 24/7. Yeah, if you want to hang out with me, you have to sit down and play 2K with me.
And you finally got the NBA logo next to your player, so
yes.
When you're in the neighborhood, everybody knows it's you. Do you like that?
Most definitely. But it gets to a point to where if you're on the court, and some 99 overalls come over, they're going to take you off the court or they're going to beat you. So I just, you know, took my L and turned off my game afterwards.
When you first get a new game of NBA 2K, what mode do you jump into first?
Most definitely my career, yes. And it's a guard. I don't use centers. It's definitely a guard. He has to be a playmaker with a little bit of shooting.
So not typical of you. You like kind of branching out.
Yes. Yes, it's not. I don't like being under the rim.
If you want speed, what are two other attributes that you gotta have?
Gotta have athleticism. I'll say a mid-range jump shot.
Okay.
And rebounding.
Yep.
What are you hoping the 2K gets right in NBA 2K19?
Yeah, I'm 270. They better have me big and rim. You know what I'm saying? And I better be yelling after every dunk. My face better be in a screaming.
You need to get your celebration. You need to get into mocap and get those celebrations.
I scream on both ends of the floor. I'm just screaming and yelling.
Do you have any goals for what you would hope that your rating would be?
It has to be over 80. And I'm going to keep working to, you know,
That's what you got to do.
Have
Perform on the court.
Have to. I gotta show 2K something else. I gotta show them, some more stuff so they could, throw in there on me.
Any issues you have, just call Ronnie.
Facts.
Any. Congratulations. Welcome to the family.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
They do such a good job with the 2K shows, man.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Atlanta Hawks. Looking at the Hawks, they've started the season with 2 wins and 2 losses. Not stupendous, but there have been some positive moments in those 2 wins that they might be looking to duplicate here tonight. And Trae Young, not the biggest guy out there by any means, but he finds ways to make a huge impact, especially when the shot's falling.
His feel for the game at his age is unparalleled. Quick release and shoots from deep, deep, deep.
Yes, yes, yes. He's a special talent, Ernie. His ability to elude defenders, get a shot off at his size every single time. There's only one other guy I can think of that he comes close to. SC, Steph Curry.
Yes, sir. That'll do it for now. We send you to KH. That'd be Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
He's sending us to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Last outing for Atlanta, they won that game against the Dallas Mavericks. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
Well, all those turnovers made it a scrappy game, which suits them. They caused a lot of chaos with their defense, which played right into their hands.
Brent, some teams already failing to meet expectations. What shouldn't they do this early on?
Panic. I mean, sometimes it just happens, and sometimes it could take a winning streak. You might turn it around, a winning streak of 7 or 8 games, and the mentality in the locker room changes. The coaches maybe clue into rotations and maybe combinations of guys that all of a sudden you're feeling good about what you worked on in training camp and what you grinded through. Now you start to have some success with it. So the biggest thing is just don't panic.
And trust the plan.
Wow, I thought you might have gone process, but you did plan.
On purpose.
I like that.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking. I'm with you. I've got to think. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the Bulls, Parker and Markkanen, your small and power forwards. Dunn and Levine are the guard set, and it's Lopez in at the 5. Dunn with it. They set the pick. To the left wing. Lopez sets a screen for Parker. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Parker's got his first basket.
Parker getting better and better at running these. He keeps the D guessing. That's a huge advantage for the offensive player.
Young dishes to Prince. One kicks to Young.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Parker outside.
Harkinen heard him talking shit about him last game. See him pull down that rebound back there.
Prince against Parker. Park down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And it's the Hawks' ball. It's a 5-point game. Young against Dunn. Young passes to Prince. Len with a screen on Parker. Kept alive. An easy 2 points on the layup.
This guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up, snag that rebound.
Now here's Dunn. Harkinen sets the pick for Parker. For 3, Levine. Another 3 for Chicago. A new head coach, Lloyd Pierce, is looking to bring a defensive approach to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Pierce has the resume you would want from a defensive coach. He came up in those teams in Memphis during the grit and grind time and learned some defensive techniques from Brett Brown in Philadelphia. Helped them last year on the defensive end to be a much stingier defense in the league.
Now here's Dunn. After the miss from Trae Young. Harkinen a screen on Bazemore. Levine can't hit.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Now, here is Young. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. Stolen by Levine. Parker left side. Count it from 12. Parker's got his second bucket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Down against Young. Back to Prince. Bangs home the trifecta.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
The Bulls leading by 5. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing on that interception as well, man. It almost looked like he just threw it right to him.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Len. Anderson comes in for Taurean Prince. Carter, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Young. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Lopez. Bobby Portis comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Parker. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Chris Dunn. 6 to shoot. Here's Portis. Misses off the left iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse. And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
Passes to Holiday. Now here's Portis, defended by Carter. Here's the screen. Portis drives in. Back to Holiday. Pass to Levine. Releases. Doesn't go that time. And Atlanta will come the other way. And with Dedmon and the teams he's played with, you know, he always has found a way, Greg, to slot in and give you good minutes.
Yeah, what I love about him is he knows who he is as a player and plays to his strengths. Never gives up on a play on either end of the floor. And now he's even added a three-point shot to his arsenal to kind of further expand his versatility.
Now here is Holiday. Vince Carter missing his last shot. Poked away, stolen by Jeremy Lin. Anderson wide open. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Bulls leading by 3. Here's Levine. Shot to end this full run, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Bulls shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, so far so good. So far so good.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
There's no doubt that the Hawks are right in the midst or the beginning stages of a massive rebuild. It's something that the Hawks organization had delayed quite a bit. They had that great core of Horford, Korver, Teague, and Bazemore that got them into the playoffs for several seasons. But now it's about the future, it's about growth, and it's about these young guys getting an opportunity.
Right side Holiday. It's good from long range. Holiday's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board
Them
for 3.
threes are so pretty.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Bulls lead by 6. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate Antoine Jamison, but he talked about that crazy exchange.
So as I'm sitting back there, he's like, there's been a trade, you know, Toronto Raptors and Golden State make a trade for Antoine James and Vince Carter right there. So our families are sitting right next to each other. So they're fixing the hat, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, here's your hat. All right, give us that hat. Move forward. So it was just the weirdest thing.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, pick apart, that's pretty unique.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
Carter out there with Anderson. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Jeremy Lin. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Herter. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Valentine. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shot clock at 5. Releases. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Hawks trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Brent, as we take a look at lineups around the NBA, teams trying to go with 5 highly skilled players at once. Where does that leave the traditional big?
Well, most teams just don't have one now, Kevin. I mean, they're just not on the roster.
They're hard to find, yeah.
Well, they're hard to find, but there just aren't many out there. So a lot of teams just elect not to have one. And what we're seeing over the course of the last couple years is the matchups when all of a sudden a Whiteside is going to see a Drummond, or you're going to see all of a sudden Valanciunas play against DeAndre Jordan. It's usually because you have one, we'll play ours kind of mentality.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Levine against Len. Portis the screen. Levine, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Levine's got 10 points.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And going back to last season, they really struggled for wins. And even against a team like this with comparable talent, they didn't manage one win in the season series.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Robin Lopez is checked in for Carter. Lowry Marketing comes in for Portis. Jabari Parker's checked in for Justin Holiday. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Zach LaVine. Now, here is Young. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside, Lynn. He tries for three. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Just wonderful form on the J from Lynn, dropping it in the face of the D. And for Lynn, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option.
Now here's Lynn, following the miss by Chris Dunn. Lets the three fly. Another three for Atlanta.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
And with Lynn, he made a point upon returning from injury, saying he will not change how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, they'll shy away from contact after experiencing a torn patella like Lynn did, but he knows that he is at his best going at defenders and absorbing that contact. He said he'll try and be more aware of how he lands, but has no plans of changing his game.
Now here's Bazemore. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Another three for Atlanta.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Bulls trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Screen by Parker. Lopez, a screen on Young. Here's Dunn, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Alex Len picks one up.
And one area of concern for Dunn, hitting his free throws with consistency, because he has the temperament to draw fouls.
The Bulls have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
No good on that one. The Hawks making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Good on the second free throw. So many modern offenses no longer rely on a point guard to initiate the play. Tell us a little bit more. Walk us through that process.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, are getting more towards motion offenses, almost playing in a secondary break where you've either coming off a score, you're coming down the floor, the point guard gets off the ball, and with all the players moving around and with the multifaceted skill set of your small forward and your power forward who's now playing at the point, distributing the ball, setting screens, DHO. Because of that skill set, you don't really have the heavy reliance on point guard domination with the basketball, setting up every play, and being the only playmaker on the floor. Now you have 3 and sometimes 4 getting that job done.
And it's the Hawks ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Back to Young. Lopez against Len. Len sets a screen for Bazemore. Back to Len. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter, didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them, and now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Now here's Lopez. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And the Bulls with another miss.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Dunn kicks to Lopez. Back to Dunn. Picked by Markkanen. The tray. The Bulls keep it alive. And here is Valentine. And stolen by Bazemore. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Well, they trailed by a bunch, but once they got going, the comeback was on. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Don't let it be 3 games and 3 losses.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
About to go down.
Hello, you're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K
there.
Sports. Ernie Johnson here at this beautiful table. This is a beautiful table.
What is this, oak?
That is, it's, I think it's teak.
Oh, teak.
There's Shaq. There's Kenny.
Polished oak.
Teak. It's very nice. It's very nice.
You mean antique?
No, it's just teak.
Teak.
I have an antique.
After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, they've been pounding. I mean, pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first 3-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half his shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
And that's a wrap. With the 3rd quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we welcome you back with a look at Phillips Arena, such a terrific location here in the heart of downtown Atlanta. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the 3rd. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
So many times we talk about offensive players being in a great rhythm. Well, right now, defensively, he's in one. Great anticipation and reading those passing lanes.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. 3rd quarter starting here now. Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Markkanen is the 4, with Lopez in the middle. LaVine and Parker are the wings. And it's Dunn in at the 1. Well, the fans happy to see Jabari Parker healthy and doing what he does best. Brent, talk about what makes him, in your opinion, so special.
Well, just how many comebacks he's had and just how much fortitude he's shown so far in the early part of his career. Lots of comparisons early on to Melo and to Grant Hill. And he's capable of carrying a team offensively. Just nice to see him on the floor.
Now Young, after Zach LaVine missed from long range. There's a screen by Collins. Prince misses. Bulls trail by 6. LaVine with it, guarded now by Prince. Parker's shot is off.
I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
Knocked loose. Here's Dunn, and the layup is good. Dunn's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Bulls.
There's just no way you are stopping Dunn when he's that close to the bucket. A skilled finisher and amazing athlete.
Now, here is Young. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Len kicks it to Bazemore. Clock at 6. Back to Len. Collins dishes to Prince. Over LaVine. Bazemore on the wing. No good from outside.
Yeah, maybe the halftime cut into some of that rhythm they had in the first half. So far, 0 for 4 to start the second half.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. He kicks to Collins. Young against Dunn. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
One shot.
And that one falls for Young.
And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly, sometimes that emotion really comes out.
LaVine can't hit.
Really shocking he didn't take advantage of that golden opportunity there. He needs to be much better in that situation.
And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his first foul. And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
Now LaVine. Carter's missing on the 3. Carter sets the pick for LaVine. Over Young. And it's off the back rim, no good. Atlanta leading by 5. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Carter against Parker. Len a screen. Carter kicks to Young. Basket counts. Bulls trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Carter. No dice on the putback jam. Hawks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Now here is Holiday. And the pass to LaVine. Over in the corner, Portis jacks up a 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Len's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Len. It's not going to go for him. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And it's Parker at the elbow. Young against Levine. And again, Chicago. No good. The Hawks leading by 7. Pulls up on the elbow. A nice shot by Lynn. Lynn's got 10.
And Lynn is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for the Bulls.
And a chance to check out the stats for Valentine. How he performed last season. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
And the dunk by Parker.
So awesome to see
really.
Jabari Parker
Baseball
return to form,
my
especially when he's rising up.
Lynn kicks to Len. They set the pick. Anderson the screen. Lynn against Holiday. Off the pick. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And really respect the confidence of Lynn. His teammates love how he runs these pick and roll plays.
Back to Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
If anything could change the momentum, it's that kind of play. Cloud of smoke has people standing on their feet.
And so it's Atlanta with it after the Bulls pick up 2. It's Anderson with the drive. There's Lynn with the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Valentine's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Lays it in off the breakaway. Lin's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks.
And the way Lin picks his spots, just knowing his place in the offensive schemes and scoring well as a result.
The third quarter comes to a close. The Hawks on top. They lead by 9. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Bulls trail by 9. Lynn and Bazemore make up the backcourt. The big men are Collins and Edmond. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Markkanen. Off the inbound, no good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Bazemore misses. Into the Bulls, shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Now Levine. Markkanen a screen on Bazemore. And Levine, here we go. Out to Parker. Just 4 to shoot. Over Anderson. Parker's shot is off.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
That pushes it to double digits. 16 points for Lynn. Bulls trail by 11.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Dunn against Lynn. Lopez a screen. Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Parker outside, off the screen, and right on target. Good.
Well, the defense might not want to give Jabari Parker that much space. That's just a really good read to get that shot off.
From the baseline. Shot by Collins, no good. Bulls had gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Parker against Anderson. Dunn up top. Lopez right side. Back to Dunn. Up and in on the layup.
That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
The Hawks leading by 7. Lynn kicks to Dedmon. Pass to Anderson. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Now here's Dedmon. Passes to Anderson. Lynn sets the pick for Anderson. Off the left rim and out.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Parker passes to Levine. Picked by Markkanen. And Levine, here we go. Dedmon with the block.
Well, Dedmon's reach is a huge advantage there to help him tally some more block shots.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Prince is checked in for Justin Anderson. Young is subbed in for Jeremy Lin. There's a good screen. Dedmon a screen.
This is what the crowd comes to see. Young has that it factor.
Chicago calls timeout. Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly go shoot some free throws, guys.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, Fred Hoiberg was talking to his team during the timeout, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Thanks so much, David.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
That's just tremendous focus and concentration by Bazemore, getting the ball off the pass and releasing it quickly before the D is even set.
Now here's Levine. Kicks to Dunn. He dishes it to Lopez. Levine inside the three-point line. And good, he nails it.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
The Hawks leading by 9. Young with the ball. Prince outside. Screen by Young. It's Young on the wing. No good that time. Nice D from Levine. Bulls trail by 9. Lopez, a screen on Bazemore. Here's Dunn. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. He drops the first one, and that brings them within 8. Alex Len's checked in for Atlanta. Bobby Portis is checked in for the Bulls. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Prince's shot is good.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Yeah, and making them. Once you get into this kind of rhythm with the 3 ball, it is so difficult for the defense to do anything about it.
Now here's Levine. Parker outside. And again, no good by Chicago.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Hawks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lynn.
Just a really solid effort on the offensive end. He was getting any shot that he wanted.
Now here's Prince. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go.
Yeah, just straight getting outplayed here tonight.
Prince against Parker. From deep. Another miss by Prince. From deep. Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, when he has some room, that's got to give you a bit more confidence as a shooter, and Jabari steps up for 3 more.
And so the Hawks take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Jeremy, it really looked like defense got you guys going tonight and got them off their game.
Yeah, I mean, this might have been the hardest that we played, you know, collectively for a whole game in a while. And I think everybody who really stepped out on the floor, they gave everything they had, and it was great to see.
Really was telling, Jeremy, how you guys got going. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think we are going to go out like that.
Have a great evening.
Until next time as well, you know. Damn. Damn. Yeah. Damn, man. We kind of got fuckered up there. But I have to say, thank you again for watching. You're my only viewer, H7, so I appreciate it, man. I'm not just streaming to YouTube as well, but I'm streaming to Twitch and Mixer at the same time as well, and you are still my only viewer, so super appreciate it, dude. Thank you for hanging out with me. I don't think we're gonna probably do anything else tonight, but we'll come back tomorrow and it's something, you know. Whole slew of games to still tackle. So, hope to see you then, man. I appreciate you hanging out with me, man. I appreciate it tons. Thanks for watching.